I think that this film finally answers the question whether does like Aquaman, do beer bombs, right? And I think the answer is yes.
Justice League.
Aquaman, king of Atlantis, king of the sea. Where the danger is, that's where he'll be.
Hello, everybody. What's going on? It's Sean Tank Top over here at House Burlington. I got Scott, I got Max, and we're here on a special errand for this guy.
Yeah, I got my Aquaman shirt.
No, you got that at a Rob Zombie.
I got it at a Rob Zombie
It's Rob
shirt.
Zombie.
Yeah, Morgan actually pressured me into getting this.
I can even hear her do it. It's like, you know what, Max? You better get that T-shirt.
Yeah,
otherwise it won't
yeah.
be cool. It's like, this looks like it would be an Aquaman, like directed by James Wan, who's a horror guy.
Who did the maker of Saw? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like he
Right.
directed Saw, but that's what we're here to check out. We're going to be ripping the new Aquaman trailer. I have not seen it. Scott has not seen it. Max has not.
I have not seen it. I
I
don't know if the camera could pick up the Charles Manson X on Aquaman's forehead, but the song "Helter Skelter" is actually about the race war between the Atlanteans and the surface world.
Let's do it.
My man.
Lighthouse keeper.
You better say "booyah" or something in this.
My mother was
He is like a radical party dude in these movies. Like he's like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
together.
We could unite our worlds one day.
Wow. Just telling him that.
Check it out.
Very
I hope you
colorful.
remember this, baby.
Already too well lit.
Yeah.
Ah! It's Bruce.
It's
They made me what I am.
I'm just waiting for that one. Oh, here he is.
All right.
Permission to come aboard.
yeah. Granted.
What is this?
Granted.
That was just like so sassy.
Yeah.
Your half-brother, King Orm, is about to declare war upon the surface world.
Helter Skelter.
Right.
The only way to stop this war is for you to take your rightful place as king.
Ooh, Jango Fett.
I am no king.
You do your best thinking when you're not thinking at all.
That is some red hair.
Yeah.
Pep talk. Ever.
Cute.
Strap in.
How do you speak underwater?
Very carefully.
Very right. Look at this. Oh, they're in Naboo.
Yeah.
Right?
The bongos. Or what are they? Yeah.
The Gungans.
Yeah, but the vehicle was like a bongo or something.
Yeah.
I call it an ass whooping.
Yeah.
That was cute.
I came because I have no choice. I came to save my own and the people that I love.
You think you're unworthy to lead because you're of two different worlds.
Oh, that's pretty cool
That is
looking.
exactly why you
Pretty
are
wild.
worthy.
There's Black Manta. He's probably going to be the heavy in this movie.
Yeah.
The war is coming.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Seas with me.
Hell yeah.
Right?
I'm happy now.
This and Clone Wars? I mean,
Whoa, and that one Megasaurus from Jurassic World showed up.
Redheads, you gotta love
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
this is definitely a Jason
That-
Momoa film, not an Aquaman film.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that was kind of like, that was sort of his whole thing in Justice League, and it seems like they're going full in on that, where he
Right.
was like, yeah, drink that whiskey, yeah! Fucking,
What do you think the negotiations with the directors were like? Were Jason, we want you to do our film as Aquaman. He's like, all right, I'm going to do it, but I'm just going to act exactly as I would under every other circumstance.
literally.
And they're like, well, why do you think we came to you?
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. No, it's one of those things. Because they're like, that dark brooding thing that you were doing is called Drogo. Yeah, we don't want you to do anything.
Nothing like that.
Which I think is actually fine.
It's appropriate.
They got to spruce up
for the-
Aquaman because he's the guy that everybody likes to make fun of.
He's the one that everyone likes to make
they
fun
cast
of, and-
arguably one of if you just look up cool,
He's a
kind of
cool- he's a
badass,
cool guy,
sexy looking
you know?
dude.
Yeah.
It's like he is like.
I mean,
top
when
line.
Justice League came out, I thought it was interesting how, of all the 5-6 people they had in that, everybody, they made, went through all this effort to make sure they looked like their comic counterpart.
Right.
And then Aquaman was like the one who got
let's
the
not even worry
he's the one who got
about
the
it,
makeover.
They're pumping those colors up.
Be very bright green.
Yeah,
lot more.
visually, very interesting film. I think that they got the memorandum, and it only took like 6 films.
Yeah.
That dark browns and blacks are not as a dominant color scheme for a film.
Right, or maybe not all of them.
Well, the
I'm gonna say
final cut of Justice League looked like a coloring book.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
But
I mean,
that's because they changed.
they pumped it up. They
changed
pumped it up.
shit.
They had to,
Right.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I think that. But to me, though, insofar as like an Aquaman movie, that is the one that you could actually be a little darker, like as a palette wise, for me, just because. The fucking ocean is scary.
You're going to
It
the
is
briny
like
deep.
it's you know what I'm saying? Like he could be like that. That was a way that I always thought that you could do him because
Yeah.
the water is fucking terrifying. Like,
Serious question
I grew
for
up
the
in like a
crew
river
here.
town and shit like that,
Oh, yeah.
and just like seeing like water moccasins and just like everything in there can move faster than you and quicker than you and can fuck you up and like whatever. Not everything,
can't
but
see-
I'm fine with this tone. But this is actually a mode where you maybe could have gone that way, but they deal in primary colors.
Right.
You see, they were like, we're
Right.
either trying to be Marvel's, cousin to Marvel, or we're trying to be like, we're shooting Jimmy Olsen in the fucking face.
Yeah,
in
one or
his
the other.
opening scene.
It's okay, Lois.
Ocean, spooky or not? I'm gonna go with spooky.
Spooky. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Lovecraft fan, so
Right,
I mean, like,
yeah.
Right.
and some of the better Aquaman books, I think, particularly like the Jeff Johns stuff, kind of pull from that like terror of the deep,
Right.
A little bit.
You know, in fact, I think some of the monsters we got glimpses of are like verbatim from like the Jeff Johns run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Well,
Yo,
he's like
why don't you-
running the show, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. I don't know if anyone's running the show, but he's still cashing a check. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I'm always here. Let it go low, pan low, baby.
Oh my
Best interview ever.
Last I heard, he's gonna write Green Lantern, which that's his baby. So that's the one I'm actually looking forward to.
right on. What did you think? What are your impressions of it? Like,
Of this,
violent?
well, for it just when they jump out of the plane at the end and they're in the desert, I'm like, that's not water, silly.
Go back and try
He's wearing like
again.
he's wearing like white pants and shit. It looks like
Right.
a Gap commercial.
I'm like, yeah, what are we doing here? But no, I mean, I fucking love me some Black Mana. Love me
Yeah.
some DC villains. They're gonna. I think it's gonna draw some comparisons goofily to like Black Panther. I think because they're adapting the story about his half brother and about the reason that he needs to come. The reason
and, like the king.
the reason
who
he
takes-
needs to
right.
come back to Atlantis in the first place is because his brother's just Atlantean Joffrey. And
Now, would you say that he usurped the throne?
and he's the only one who has even a semi-legitimate claim to the throne. That's why everyone's
This is
pulling him
the
in.
Richard the Lion-Hearted narrative from
Yes.
English
Yes.
history.
Yes.
Right?
Right,
Returning to displace the corrupt
Yeah,
family member.
right.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm expecting a lot of familial drama, and I guess Jango Fett's his dad, which is kind of cool. I'm always happy whenever he shows up.
I can't remember.
Tumaru Morrison, I believe his name
Yeah,
is.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and just
and
Black.
Nicole Kidman.
No, Kid Man, yeah. Yeah, she was the mom, right? She's
Yeah, I
the
think she's the
Aquamom.
mom in that, yeah.
Aquamom, yeah.
They're digging up all the old, all the
Michelle
gals.
Pfeiffer was in the new.
Michelle
Ant-Man.
Pfeiffer's in the
Was
new
in
fucking
Ant-Man, yeah.
Wasp.
Still
It's
looks
just like,
beautiful.
Still
right.
haven't seen it.
That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, no media.
Yes.
Really?
We're bad
Yeah.
Marvel dudes right now.
I'm
Ant-Man and the Wasp is definitely better than this movie's going to be.
you
should
think
go,
so?
Yeah, you should definitely.
What
go
do you,
check
you
it
think
out.
this movie's gonna be good?
I don't know, man. I'm pulling a James Gunn. I'm getting out of Marvel.
I think that this film finally answers the question whether does like Aquaman, do beer bombs, right? And I think the answer is yes.
Justice League answered that question.
Does he rip some? Does
He's
he
a
rip,
party dude.
He is no. He
He's
is a
like
cowabunga party.
He's a
dude.
Yeah.
fucking Ninja Turtle.
Yeah,
That's what he is.
That's kind of what he is, though.
Yeah.
And drinking the whiskey bottle, slammed it down. There
Yeah.
you go, buddy. Like
Redheads, man.
Yeah, right. This is like the Theta Beta Kappa whatever
Right.
version of
Maybe
his
it's good that
character.
he's not king. Just throwing that out there.
Right.
That'll be
Yeah.
the thing we find out. Yeah.
Yeah.
He takes the throne and it just instantly turns into like an indulgent, petulant like tyrant or something.
Right,
Like,
or like-
bring me
Right.
more
Or he
women,
just-
bring me
no,
wine.
He's just like one of those dudes, like he's just like texting bored on his phone.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to match on Tinder right now.
Before we move on, I just want to touch on Black Manta for a second.
Yeah,
Just
just
for
like,
a
so you're
second.
saying that you're
'Cause
the, that's your big.
He's
you
the
love that
dude,
guy.
yeah. I hope he's not entirely the heavy. And if he is the heavy, I hope he gets room for future involvement.
Right.
Because he's the interesting character. He's the Joker to Aquaman's Batman.
I'm gonna regret asking
He's
this, but
the-
what is Black Man? What is his deal?
His whole deal is that he's a pirate and he comes from a lineage of pirates.
Pirate family.
Pirate family, yeah, and very high tech pirate family. And depending on whether you're reading New 52 or whatever iteration, the main crux of it is that his dad, who was not a good person, they're all kind of bad people, but his dad died in a tsunami. I'm sure someone's going to correct me on the little details, but his dad died in a tsunami that was caused by Aquaman. So
Or maybe it's one of those ones where it's like we see him, he has a fracas with him, he maybe is disposed at some point, but we keep him.
For him, it's
in the pocket for another film.
Yeah, for Black Manta,
I mean,
it's about revenge, and he interests me because he's more like Batman. He has no powers. He just has cool gadgets.
he's like underwater Iron Man.
Yeah, underwater Iron Man going up against these gods, and he really wants to like commit genocide against the Atlanteans.
Okay.
Like he really
Right
wants
on.
to like wipe them out, and
Uh-huh.
his anger and his
his
fire in
his-
his belly is always something that's
His
interesting to
motivation
read.
His motivation is one that you can understand.
Yeah,
It's one that you could
pretty
make a
common
good character.
villain.
Can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see how they screw it up. And he's got a cool helmet. Okay, boilerplate revenge story mixed with cool costume.
He shoots laser
He
beams.
shoots
laser
beams out of
beams.
his eyes.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. No, he's Cyclops, Iron Man, underwater Captain Pirate person.
Yeah,
Aquaman, king of Atlantis, king of the sea. Where the danger is, that's where he'll be. Always defending